What's up guys, W419 here with my WWE Over the Limit pay-per-view review. This is the second time I'm doing it. The first time I recorded it, my freaking brother and my mother keep knocking on the door just to tell me that my niece peed in the bathroom. Because she's 2 years old now, she peed in the bathroom. They wanted me to tell that, so I had to delete my video just for that. That was stupid. By the way, new haircut. I try to get like the Miz, but you know, that's actually pretty difficult to put it like that. You know, I spent like a half an hour trying to do like the Miz does. It was pretty difficult, but I got it like this. It looks like Jack Swagger's. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks like kind of like Jack Swagger's more than the Miz does. But you know, still a pretty good haircut. I like my haircut like this. But overall, Over the Limit, a decent pay-per-view. I'm gonna admit, my expectations for the pay-per-view were kind of high. You know, I was expecting like an 8.5 out of 10 for the pay-per-view. I was actually expecting a lot more than would deliver, but you know, it was still a decent pay-per-view. Not the greatest pay-per-view of the year, but you know, decent like I said. The first match that actually kicked off the pay-per-view was the Intercontinental Championship match, Drew McIntyre vs. Kofi Kingston, and a pretty decent match, not the best. You know, it was an alright opener. It got like 6 or 7 minutes long, but you know, it was an alright match. At the end, Kingston went for the Trouble in Paradise, and Drew McIntyre ducked and kicked him and tried to hit for the future shock DDT. And Kofi countered it to the S.E.S. and won the match to become the new Intercontinental Champion, which personally I did not like because I was hoping for McIntyre vs. Hardy at Fatal 4 for the Intercontinental title. Thus, Matt Hardy winning the Intercontinental title because I really want Matt Hardy to be a champion right now. But you know, Kingston won it. Personally, I don't like him to be Intercontinental champion. You know, personally, I don't think he deserves to be a champion right now. He hasn't really done anything to become a champion. All he did beat, you know, jobbers. He beat Ziggler and Christian, who aren't really doing anything either in his careers right now. But you know, it was an alright decision. Then you have, you know, McIntyre grab the mic saying how Teddy needs to reverse the decision. Then you have Matt Hardy come out and gets in the ring. McIntyre swings at him, he ducks, kicks him, hits a twist of fate, and walks out. So McIntyre vs. Kingston was an alright match, you know, nothing special. Then you have Teddy DiBiase vs. R-Truth, which was actually a pretty good match. I actually enjoyed this one a lot. But the thing is, R-Truth went over, ended up hitting the lie detector at the very end to go over in the match, which I really don't understand. Again, you know, building DiBiase up really, really good. How he's paying everyone to do the dirty work for him. He even got the original Virgil with him, and they just want to kill his momentum just like that. Basically what they did was Chad, you know, just kill all his momentum like that, which made no sense. R-Truth should have lost. But it was still a pretty decent match. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but when they said, you know, a couple weeks ago when the Colognes attacked R-Truth, I don't know if you noticed, Michael Cole said, remember when Ted DiBiase paid off some guys that beat up the Truth, which I thought was pretty funny. But you know, overall it was a decent match, not the best match, but not a decent match. I'd say it was a good match, not a decent match, but oh well. Next was the S.E.S. Pledge versus Hair match, CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. Now this was actually a really good match. Their in-ring match was their best, but the whole match together was not their best. Their whole match together, which I was trying to say, was their Extreme Rules match, but it's still a pretty good match. There's a lot of spots in this match too, like when Rey Mysterio Hurricanrana CM Punk to the barricade, busting him open. And then you had CM Punk throw Rey Mysterio into the barber chair, which I thought was hilarious. I was actually cracking up. Which I thought Mysterio was actually not going to continue for a minute. But, you know, he got back in the ring and continued. And, sorry about that. And basically, Punk just owned Mysterio for the rest of the match. And then Mysterio started getting momentum at the end. And then, you have Rey Mysterio to 619 eventually. And then when it goes for the splash, Punk moves away and covers him. Like, you know how they grab their head and covers him like that? He does like that. But Mysterio flips him over and gets a roll-up pin. Well, not like a roll-up, it's like a side where they can't really move. I don't know what it's called, what kind of pin that is, but Mysterio ends up winning. And then you have the masked member of the Straight Society. Then you have Gallows and Serena come out, attack on Mysterio. Then you have Kane coming out. Basically just destroys the Straight Society. Then you have Rey Mysterio handcuff CM Punk to the ropes, and he ends up shaving his head bald, which he didn't even shave his head bald. He had like a spot right there left of his hair. Then you, but I guess he's gonna get the rest of his shaved, I guess. But it was still a pretty good match. I actually enjoyed the match a lot. Then after, you know, Mysterio left, you had Serena and the masked member of the Straight Society cover CM Punk so you couldn't see his bald head, but you know, perfectly everyone already saw it because Mysterio had a mirror and showed Punk his bald head. You know, it was a good match. I enjoyed it, but you know, like I said, good match. I'm keep remembering this thing that happened in the match, but I can't remember what it was. I don't want to spend the whole, you know, let me think of it real quick. I don't know, I'm trying to remember a certain spot in the match. I'll probably put it in annotation, probably, if I remember it, but let me skip it because I only have like 11 minutes to do this video, and I don't have like 20 minutes like other people do. So I'm going to skip to this very quickly. Oh yeah, the whole pay-per-view, it looked like they tried to rush things at the whole pay-per-view, if you guys didn't notice. They tried to like rush things, but pretty good match still. Next match was the Unified Tag Team Championship match, the Hart Dynasty versus Chris Jericho and The Miz. This was a very good tag team match. I enjoyed this a lot, but the thing that kind of disappointed me that the Hart Dynasty retained, like, personally I'm happy, but then I'm not happy about it at the same time. But you know, it was a pretty good tag team match. At the end, you know, you have David Hart Smith and Texas Kid hitting the Hart attack on The Miz. They get to 1, 2, 3 and retain the tag team titles. A lot of back and forth action too, which was pretty good. So it was a pretty good match between those tag teams. Next was Randy Orton versus Edge. Very disappointed by this match. It was very disappointing. Especially when, I guess Randy Orton broke his wrist when he was pounding the mat. I thought Randy Orton at first, I thought it was just a sell an injury, because when Edge threw Orton on the barricade and landed on his arm, I thought it was a whole sell the injury at first. You know, then Orton started, you know, not actually doing anything, just started walking around. And then basically he goes outside because Edge is outside the ring. You basically just have Edge own Orton. And then when he attempts to spear Orton moves out of the way. And the match ended in a double count out. Which I was like, what the hell, this is stupid. But I guess the match ended early because of Orton's injuries real apparently. I guess he broke his wrist, which is not good for WWE right now, because especially since he's supposed to be in the Fatal 4 match at Fatal 4. So if he's injured, I don't know if he's going to throw in his spot. You know, might like do DiBiase, maybe Triple H comes back, something like that. I don't know. But it was a disappointing match, like I said. Nothing too special with the match. Nothing really special with the pay-per-view, so there's really nothing to talk about the matches. Next match was the World Heavyweight Championship match, Jack Swagger with Big Show. This match really had no point in the card. It was only like 6 or 7 minutes long. It was stupid. Basically what you had was Big Show owned Swagger. But Swagger did have a pretty good spot when he elbowed Big Show's leg and he fell down. That was actually a pretty good spot right there. But at the end what you have is Jack Swagger gets the World Heavyweight title, hits a Big Show up the head, gets DQ'd, hits a Big Show again, hits a steel chair, hits Big Show like 4 or 5 times, then Big Show just choke slams Swagger. Then he choke slams Swagger again on the steel chair, then he hits the knockout blow. So that match is actually kind of pointless on the card. Next match was the Divas Championship match. Eve versus Maryse. I'm sorry, but I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's hard to keep my pants on when Maryse is out there. Like, if you saw her over Limit, you know what I'm saying. But let me keep this video PG, alright? That probably was, you know, over too much. You know, this is a PG video. But you know, it was actually a decent Divas match, not the best Divas match, but shit, how did Eve win? This is how like non-memorable this pay-per-view is. I don't even remember how Eve won, and that match happened like an hour ago. I can't even remember how she won. Shit, how did she win? I forgot how she won, but Eve retained the title. I completely forgot how she won it or retained it. But all I know is Eve retained. But let's go to the next match. Then the main event, I quit match for the WWE Championship, John Cena with Batista. It was actually a very good match. I did expect a little better from the match, but it's still very good. There are actually a lot of spots in this match, especially when Batista, you know, what's that called when you have him like this and you run down? I forgot what the move's called. But he ended up doing that to the announce table, which is awesome. You know, you have, he tried to actually run over John Cena back of the car at the end when it goes through where the Tantron's at, like the graphics right there. He ends up backing a car into the thing, and he ends up getting out, but John Cena moved out of the way, and you have John Cena just knocking on him. ends up getting the attitude adjustment onto the car. You know, Batista says, no, I'm not going to quit, and John Cena's like, I was hoping you wouldn't quit. He puts him in the attitude adjustment, goes on top of the car, and then have Batista scream, oh wait, I quit, no, I quit. Referee, is the referee stupid? Because, like, the referee, you know, he said I quit like 9 times where he rang the bell. Is the referee stupid or something? But, John Cena doesn't care, ends up attitude adjusting him through the stage. Like, he actually goes through the stage. It was just awesome. That was just an awesome moment. And then you have John Cena, you know, doing his little, you know, and grabs the WWE title. He runs out in the ring, grabs the title, and runs back. And then, you know, he had him turn around. He ends up getting bicycle kicked by Sheamus, which is pretty obvious that him and Sheamus are going to have probably another title match, singles title match, like Money in the Bank or something like that, or maybe SummerSlam. But it's pretty obvious Cena and Sheamus are going to have another feud. That's here I'm at in this video. Holy shit, I got overall, decent pay-per-view. WWE Punk Fan 19, and I'm out, guys.